I'd like to thank everybody for attending. It shows that you really do care about our community if you're here tonight. I want to thank Jennifer for that terrific introduction. I had the pleasure of meeting Jennifer as part of Leadership Cleveland, the bestest class ever. We just graduated, and she introduced me to Charlie, and I am proud to state that I'm an investor in their fund and this organization. I think very highly of it, and this is the type of commitment that our community needs to make to help build innovation, to build startups, and they work it every day. So I can't thank you enough for giving me this opportunity tonight to talk about our Innovation Hub, the project that we're working on. So I have the pleasure of co-chairing the PLACE node along with an amazing person, Teresa Metcalf-Beasley from the Calfee Law Firm. The two of us together are one of the 10 nodes that we co-chair, one of the 10 nodes as part of the Blockland effort that you'll hear more about from Bernie Marino later in the show. For those of you who don't know anything about Blockland, it's now 1,000 volunteers deep. As I mentioned, we're all working for free. It's all community-based. It's really a movement to try to kickstart and create an incredible innovation economy starting and centered around blockchain and the revolution that it's going to create. And so it's an amazing group of people. Our committee is about 65 people deep, and it's our job and our charge to create a place where innovation can occur, a place that can house many of the blockchain startups that will recruit from around the world and build from within our own community. And it's a dynamic group of people, and I will tell you this, for all the naysayers out there, we are working around the clock. We've made incredible progress, and I'll tell you what I can. Unfortunately, I can't tell you a whole lot, and here's why. We are involved in active negotiations with property owners. We plan to announce the site selection at the conference, which is in the first week of December. For those of you who haven't bought tickets, I'd encourage you to take a look at those and purchase them. We have an amazing lineup of speakers. So let's talk about the hub. What's the vision? The vision really is to use an incredible campus to try to build an innovation economy ecosystem. And why am I and others and Teresa, why are we all working on this? We're working on it because a number of us have reached a conclusion after conferring with people like Charlie and Jennifer and so many leaders in this space that we really needed to give our innovation economy and entrepreneurs a place where they can work, where they can grow, where they have resources, and it would help give structure to a system that many of us have concluded is currently fractured and not developed the way that other markets are. So we concluded that it makes sense to truly build an innovation campus to pull it all together. And so many things have come together to make that possible. First of all, we have several million square feet of available space throughout downtown. We have incredible land that's available for development, from the waterfront to Scranton Peninsula. We have amazing opportunities as a result of, excuse the pun, of the new tax reform legislation known as the Opportunity Zone legislation. That will allow us, since all of these facilities and properties are located within Opportunity Zones, it will allow us to fund, through an Opportunity Zone fund, an incredible campus that we're trying to build. So, we've established significant criteria. We've retained architects. For those of you who are familiar with VOCON, they've been working around the clock. We had a team of people from VOCON basically sleeping over the weekend, putting together criteria, design plans for a number of the properties that we're evaluating. We plan on 2,000 desks, 15 startup boxes, mostly which will be occupied by incredible tech companies from around the world, 30 meeting rooms. We'll plan to run 20 startup programs out of there and do incredible partnerships with organizations like StartMart and Flashstarts. The amazing opportunity that we have in locating this facility in downtown is that we have the possibility to have housing as part of it. We plan to hold 500 events per year. We need an auditorium to hold incredible events on a quarterly and monthly basis. And of course, we need some parking. So where does everything stand? We have, like I said, a 60-person committee broken into 4 subgroups. We've appointed two chairs per subgroup. People are working around the clock. We're working on funding. We're working on programming. We're working on marketing, and then we have a site selection committee. We are in full-blown design phase. We have actually built the financial model. We have built what we call as the capital stack to help fund the facility. And we are in architectural and master planning so that we understand how our project could impact the surrounding area and could be a catalyst for additional growth. We're talking with developers, we're talking with property owners, and we're just beginning those phases, but we plan to do all of this and make the announcement at the conference at the beginning of December. What we have accomplished so far, we've done it in 8 weeks. We are working at incredible pace and speed, and it's our plan to move as quickly as possible. We're studying other models that are working around the world. We don't want to duplicate them. We don't want to copy them. We just want to know what works. Station F in Paris, an incredible facility. It resembles a similar building that's in town, if you haven't noticed. 1871 in Chicago. Amazingly, now turning a profit after many years, but it's now turning a profit. The per desk fee is incredible, around $500 per desk. Great facility. 400 to 500 startups are operating within 1871. Cortex, a team of people have already gone there as part of the Midtown project. We're evaluating if that makes sense to do. Certainly we'd have to make sure that the full community is behind the site that we choose. So we're working with the folks who are advocating for that site in particular. So here's my call to action for everybody who is willing to help. As I mentioned, there's 1,000 volunteers already part of Blockland. It's an incredible effort. Our campus is not limited to blockchain technology. It'll incorporate all forms of innovation. We plan to have Genesis, a CMSD-sponsored school located within the facility. We intend to have incredible organizations that provide support to all forms of innovation companies. We intend to recruit startups from all over the country and the world, as well as build them from within here. So if I would ask you of one thing, it'd be this. It's support what all these people are doing. Everybody's a volunteer. Nobody's getting paid. None of us have an agenda, and I can assure you that none of us are trying to run for office. What we want is just this. We want Northeast Ohio to become an innovation epicenter. We want to make our economy strong so that it survives the future, so that it can be relevant in the global scene. We want all of Clevelanders and everyone in Northeast Ohio to have an opportunity to participate in the innovation economy moving forward. And please, be positive, support what everybody's doing. Old Cleveland is naysayers. New Cleveland is volunteer your time, dedicate yourself, and recognize that all of us are just trying to do good. So thank you very much for your time, and really appreciate it.